Hi everyone, I've just minimized you all down so that we can get the recording and stuff done. If you've got a stretch band, something that can go above your knees for extra glute work, that'd be amazing. If you don't, no stress, you don't need it. Your choice. Make sure you've got a water bottle close by, and that's everything. It's just sort of mostly all mat based today. We're not going to come up to do any standing work today. So that's good. Yeah, enjoy. I'm going to start down on the floor today. So just lying down on your back. Feet are hip distance apart. Toes are pointing forward. Hands are just resting down by your side. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. And exhale out. Nice big breath in, filling up those lungs. Exhale out. One more time, feel your belly lift on your inhale. And as you exhale, feel that belly pull to spine. All right, you guys, bringing your hands up towards the sky, fingers are reaching nice and long. Dropping your shoulder blades down onto your mat. You've got a nice neutral spine, so there'll be a bit of a lift through that lower back. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, you're going to reach your right arm back behind you. Inhale to lift. We're going to lower the other one down. Exhale. Inhale to lift. Right one. Reach it long behind you. Lifting it up. Taking the arm down, reach it long. Bring it back up. All right, you guys, both arms now. Exhale, both arms down. Keeping that belly drawing in, keeping your rib to hip connection. Bringing those arms back up. So as you lower your arms down, you want to make sure you're not just clunking them down and letting your rib cage flare out. You want to control those arms down and keep your ribs sliding together and those ribs sliding down towards your hip. And then inhale, draw them back up. Keeping that head nice and heavy. Your neck is nice and relaxed. Just warming up through those arms, through your shoulders, and a little bit through those upper tummies. Let's go for 2 more here. Let's go 1 more. And bring those hands down by your side. We're going to go into our lift extend. So we're going to inhale, lift your right leg up. Reach it nice and long, stretching up behind that knee. Draw it back into tabletop. Place it back down, left leg, bringing it up. Extend, reach it out nice and long. Drawing it in and place it back down. So again, we're just doing a nice single leg sequence, so our spine is going to stay in that neutral position, so a little lift through that lower back, and we want to make sure that our pelvis is nice and still. So when you lift your leg up, stay still. As you extend, keep it still. You want to make sure that you're not shifting and moving that pelvis, keeping that spine nice and long, and think about your toes reaching towards the wall in front. Being mindful that when you draw your knee back in, it stops in line with that hip. Place it back down. Don't let it come too close. Do 1 more each side. Last one. We're going to bring your right leg up into tabletop. Draw it a little closer in towards your chest. Hugging that leg in towards you. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Bringing the other leg up into a tabletop position. You're pushing that spine down into your mat. Extend that leg out. Inhale. Exhale, swap. Inhale, exhale, swap. Inhale, exhale, swap. Doesn't matter where your hands end up, they can just draw the knee in. You can have one arm forward, one arm back. Up to you. You're hugging your knee in. You have your chin drawing towards your chest. You're in your curl up. Any head or neck issues, hands behind your head. You can do this here. Or lying down and just drawing that leg in. You're still getting the oblique and lower tummies working in that position as well, if you need. Otherwise, stay with your curl up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing both legs in, rest it down, give yourself a little rock side to side if you need to. Great, popping both feet down onto the floor, taking your hands behind your head, your elbows are nice and wide. Draw your shoulders down your back, squeeze your belly towards your spine. We're going to lift our head, neck, and shoulders up and lower down. We're going to squeeze up, lower them down. Level lift, lower, lift, lower, up, down. We're going to add our lift, extend leg. Let's go just the right. So we're going to lift it up to tabletop pillow, and then reach it long. Stay with just the right, up, and reach. Squeeze, and out. 2 more times. 1 more time. Keep your body down. Pop your right foot down. Left side 5 times. Curl it up. Reach it long. Draw it in. Reach it long. Watch that those elbows aren't sneaking forward. Keep them out. Chin to chest. 2 more. 1 more. Keep that body down. Bring that leg in. Lower it down. Give those legs a bit of a rock side to side if you need to. Alrighty, we're going to roll onto our side. I'm rolling onto my right side. You can roll onto whichever side you like, as long as you make sure that you are doing your other side on the other side when we get to it. Otherwise, lying down nice and long, your bottom arm is stretched out, your top hand is just going to rest on the floor in front of you, head is resting down on that arm. You can prop yourself up, but it may make it a little trickier to control. So just laying it down here. Legs are out nice and straight, pulling your tummy in, engaging through that pelvic floor. We're going to start to lift just the top leg up a little, and down. Up a little, down. So we're not going all the way up, not a huge range, just a couple of inches. Just hip high, drop it down. Up and down. Lift, lower. We're going 3, 2. Hold your next one up. We're gonna flex our foot. Little pulses here. Little squeezes. 4, 3, 2. Holding it there. Keeping your leg nice and long. Start to sweep that leg forward and draw it back. Forward. Draw it back. So it's not going to be a huge range because the bottom leg is out nice and long in line with your body. If you need to make it easier, you're feeling really unstable, you can by all means bend that bottom leg. You'll then have a greater range and movement in the top leg. But for your extra challenge, keep your bottom leg out nice and long and go forward and back. Forward and back. 4, 3, 2, Holding that leg back, flex your bottom foot. Squeeze your bottom foot up and down. Squeeze and lower. So you want to try and get them to meet as much as you can in mid-air. Lift, lower. Squeeze, down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting everything down, give yourself a little bit of a rhythm. Good. Alrighty, legs are back out nice and straight. From here, we're just going to lift our head, neck, and shoulders up. So working into your oblique, legs are squeezing together. So we're going to lift ourselves up and down. So you can use your hand to push, lift, and lower. You can use the bottom arm as well. Get a little higher, squeeze, and lower. So we're working into that oblique, cinching into the side of your waist. If you would like your extra challenge, you're going to pop your top hand on your body, and you're just going to use that bottom hand to press, squeeze, lift, and lower. Squeeze, lift, and lower. Lift, lower. Let's go 4, 3, 2, last one, and rest it down. Good. All right, you guys come up to a seated position. Grab and hold of your stretch band if you would like to use one. Remember, you do not have to if you do not want to. You're going to pop the stretch band up above your knees, so in the middle of where your quads are. So just going to pop it around there. If you don't have one, don't stress. It's all good. Alrighty, coming back to your mat, so we're going to come into a 4-point kneel position. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Drawing your tummy in, so you've got a nice flat spine and you're not sticking your butt out or opening that chest forward. Keep it drawing in. Almost think about having a slight tuck of your pelvis under, so scooping through that lower belly. Alrighty, whichever leg you just did with all the side work, the leg that was on top, we're going to start to move that one again. So, mine was my left, so I'm going to flex my left foot. Keep that tummy drawing in. We're going to start to press and lift that foot up and down. Press and lower. So we want to try and keep our weight nice and even between our hands and that opposite leg. More so in that opposite leg. If you're feeling like you've got too much pressure in those wrists, your weight's just a little too far forward. Try and shift it a little bit more back over that stabilizing leg. Again, if you've got your wrist issues, you can always make a fist. You can come down to your forearms. You can grab a nice little set of weights and hold onto your weights. You've got lots of options to go with, you guys. 2 more. Hold your next one up. Little pulses here. Squeeze lift. Keep on going. Just a little press. Press and lift. 4, 3, 2. Holding it up. Stretch that leg out. Tap it down. Lift it up. Tap it down. Lift it up. Try and keep that knee nice and straight on that working leg. Make sure that you're not just clunking that foot down. Try and really control it down. So soft lower, squeeze lift. 4, 3, 2. Holding your next one up, little pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze hold. And relax it down, coming into your pelvis, toes together, knees apart, to sit your booty back to your heels. And resting it over there. Alrighty, coming back up, we're going to come off those arms just for a second. We're going to lie back down on our back, do a quick little ab workout. You can leave your band on for this one. We're going to be going into our nutcracker. So, pressing your spine down into your mat. Bringing your legs up into a tabletop position. If you've got that band on, you can create a bit of tension by taking your knees apart a little, but keep your toes squeezing together. You're going to bring your hands up to the sky once more, just like in the beginning. But you're going to place one hand on top of the other. Shoulders down and back. Nice long neck. From here, we're going to then open those knees a little more. Reach those hands up and over towards your toes. Lower back down. Squeeze and lift. Lower back down. So keeping this going. So if you've got your stretch bands on still, you're still working those glutes. You're working your external rotator, lift and lower. So you're making a little diamond shape with those knees. Keep your toes locked in. Lift, squeeze. If you would like to progress this a little bit more, you can open up to a V shape, stretching those legs. Bring it back in. You can lift, reach, draw it in. Lift, squeeze, and in. Lift, and in. Good, using those quads to really extend those legs out. Let's go for 3. For 2. Holding that next one up, lift, squeeze, little pulses here, up and up, lift, lift. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting it down. Good job. Giving yourself a little rock from side to side, and then rocking backwards and forwards until you're up to sitting. We're going to work into the other side. So keeping that band on, we're going to go into our 4-point kneel straight away. So you can face in the other direction if you would like to, your choice. If you are lifting and lowering your left leg before, you're now working on your right. If you did it the other way, do it the other way. If one of your glutes is feeling particularly sore, it's your other glute that you need to work a little bit more. So, hands underneath your shoulders once more, pulling your tummy in, set your shoulders down and back. Make sure that your eye line is looking a little more forward and down. So we're not going straight forward, but we're not looking down towards those legs. You want to have a nice, long, flat spine. Think of yourself as a coffee table. Cool. Shifting your weight onto both hands and your supporting leg. Flexing your foot. I'm going to lift your leg up and down. So I'm now lifting my right leg up and down. Keeping it in this bent formation so that your hamstring is working. So hamstring is working to keep that knee bent, and you're also lifting with your big glute muscle and with that hamstring. You want to think about trying to stamp your foot up to the sky. Lower. Lift. Down. Just taking note of where your weight is. Is your weight forward? Is your weight back? Are you sort of leaning to one side? Do you need to come onto your knuckles or your forearms? Find what works best for your body. Keeping that belly pulling in. Squeeze and down. Lift, lower. 4, 3, 2, hold up, little pulses, squeeze, lift, lift. For 4, 3, 2, holding it up, stretch your leg, tap it down, lift, little tap, squeeze, lift, little tap, lift. Try and keep that leg nice and straight. Keep pressing away from the floor. Hold your next one up, little pulses. 3, 2, one, and resting it down, coming back into your child's pose. Good. Coming on up, give those hands a little shake out, taking that stretch band off if you had one on. We're going to go into our side lying sequence. Grab a picture if you need to. And then when you're ready, lying down on your side. So this time I'm lying down on my left side. Alright. So body is out nice and long. Hands resting down, head is resting on your arm. Hands pressing onto the floor in front of you. Just start to lift your top leg. Up a little, down. Up a little, down. So it's maybe coming up just a couple of inches higher than your hip. And then lowering down. Lift, lower. Then think about your rib to hip connection on that side. Keep trying to lift yourself away from your mat. So you're still working that underneath side of your body. Holding your next one up. Little pulses here. Squeeze, lift, lift. Relaxing that foot. Holding it then. Start to go forward and back. Forward and back. So while that leg is coming forward, I am having to press and resist into the hands on the mat. If you're feeling really unstable, this doesn't feel right or good for you, that's fine. Bend that bottom knee, that way you're a bit more supported and you get a better range through that leg. So it's really your choice, guys. So 3, 2, holding that leg back, flexing your bottom foot. Give yourself a little adjustment if you need to. And then we're going to lift that bottom foot up and down. Lift and lower. So we're squeezing those inner thighs together. Lift and lower. If you'd like a bigger challenge, you can always try and lift your top leg a little bit higher. That way your bottom leg has to work even more to try and meet up with that top leg. Your choice. Squeeze and down. Lift, lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing down. Good job, you guys. Rolling onto your back once more. We're going to work our inner thighs a little bit more. So we are going to be stretching our legs up to the sky. So pressing that spine down, bringing your legs up through tabletop, extend them up to the sky, and then flex your feet. If you need to keep a bit of a bend in those knees, if you maybe don't have that flexibility or that reach in your hamstrings, your hip flexors maybe a little bit tight, that's fine. Keep a bend, keep your toes flat. You're then going to keep your heels together, but turn your toes apart. So you're making a little V position with your feet. Hands just down by your side. We're then going to squeeze those heels together 3 times and then take them out into a V. So we're going to squeeze. 3, 2, 1, open to a V. 3, 2, 1, open to a V. Keeping that going. Just changing my angle slightly. 3, 2, 1, open out. Try not to let those legs just whack out. We want to keep that control there. So in, out, squeeze in. Squeeze, 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 out, and in. Again, you can do this with your bent legs. In, out, and in. Keep on going. Little squeezes. And then open. Good, 2 more here. Last one, bring those legs together. You're then going to bend in and stretch up, just like you would do with your small frogs on your reformer. So if you can, start trying to extend your legs a little lower. Inhale, exhale, press, in, press. So as you press out, you're squeezing those legs together, engaging your pelvic floor. Watch that your knees don't completely collapse in towards you. Try and hold them around hip height. Stretch it out. In, press. The lower you go, the more challenging it is. The higher you go, the easier it is on your lower back. If the double leg is too much, you can always just kick out one leg at a time if you need to. We're almost there, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hug your legs in. Gentle rock side to side. Great. Alrighty. Stay lying on your back. You're going to bring your hands behind your head. We're going to then cross your right elbow up and over towards your left knee. Lower it down, other way. Squeeze. Lower. Lift. Down. So you're going into your oblique curl-ups. If you'd like to progress this, you can lift your legs up into a tabletop position, squeezing them together, just lift. Lower. When you're ready, we're going to go into our crisscross. So you're going to take one body over, extend the leg out, in, lower, cross, out, in, lower. We lift, out, in, lower. Scoop it up, twist, lift. One more each side. And rest it down. Give yourself a little rock side to side if you need to. Alrighty, keeping this going. Sorry, not keeping this going. Just getting rid of this. Couple minutes left. Cool. Alright, you guys, we're going to stay lying on our backs. We're just going to work a bit more into our lower tummies here. So, I'm just going to change my position so you can see what I'm doing. But, stay lying on your back, bring your feet up. Bend those legs in, so you've got your knees nice and bent. Hands just down the low knee. We're going to keep our body nice and still, and we're just going to bring our lower body up and over. So we're going to scoop up and over, and then all the way to the other side. Dragon, without that noise. Up and over. Squeeze and lift. So it's like you're trying to lift your pelvis up and over something that's there in the middle. Lift it over. Pop it over. Lift it over. Squeeze and down. Squeeze and down. So your legs will come towards you slightly, but try and think about going more up and over. Up and over. Up and over. Squeeze and lift. Let's go for the 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Bring yourself back to center and hug your legs in. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. Nice. Stay lying on your back. We're going to take our figure 4 stretch here, you guys. So crossing your left ankle with your right knee, flexing that left foot, you can press that knee away, or for a deeper stretch, you can hug that formation in towards you. And just holding it there. And just gently release, swapping to the other side. Same setup, you've got one foot crossed over your opposite knee. You can flex that foot, press that knee away. For your deeper stretch, you can always hug your legs in towards you if you would like. And release, hugging both legs in towards you, tucking your chin towards your chest. Just rocking backwards and forwards a couple of times until you come up to a seated position. We're going to stretch those hamstrings out a little bit. They've done a bit of work today. Keep your right foot forward, bend your left foot in, sitting up nice and tall, and then just reaching up and over towards those toes. If you're not able to reach your toes, don't even stress at all, just reaching as far as you can. Try and keep your spine nice and long, and keep drawing your toes towards you. That way you'll get a stretch down through your hamstring and your calf as well. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1. Coming on up, swapping sides. Left foot forward, flexing that foot, lifting up nice and tall, and then reaching forward. And lifting back up from here, guys. We're going to bring our feet together and our knees apart. So you're in a little bit of a froggy stretch. You can hold onto your feet. You can use your elbows to press your knees down and away. You can lift up nice and tall once more, and you can bring that body forward. We're just going to hold it there for 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way up. Extend those legs out long. Let's take a nice deep breath in, push shoulders up. Exhale down back. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale down back. Thank you so much. You guys are all done for today. Any questions, feedback, let us know here at Ormond. Otherwise, drink lots of water and enjoy your day.